You walk the same block you always walk. Same route, same pace, same time of day, and halfway back you had to stop. Not out of breath exactly, just heavy, like someone had quietly added weight to everything you were carrying, including your own legs. You got home, sat down in the chair by the window, and it took 20 minutes before you felt like yourself again. Here's the part that doesn't add up. You checked. 88 degrees. Last Tuesday it was 88 degrees too, and last Tuesday you were fine. So what changed? Not the number. That number measures the air. It doesn't measure you. And the same 88 degrees can land completely differently from one week to the next. Because what decides how the heat feels isn't how hot it is out there. It's how much cooling your body is able to do that day. Let's say plainly what we're talking about, because it wears a lot of faces. Some days the heat just sits on you. Your legs feel like they're waiting. You get lightheaded standing up from the garden. Words come a half step slower, and you reach for a name, and it takes an extra beat. There's a dull ache behind your eyes that no amount of water seems to touch. You're not hungry. And then at night you lie in a warm room, and the sleep that should come doesn't. And tomorrow starts already behind. None of that is dramatic, which is exactly why it gets explained away. We all keep a ready explanation, and every one of them is partly true. The first one, it must just be hotter this year. Sometimes it is, but you've had days where the number was identical and the day felt easy, so the number by itself isn't carrying the explanation. The second, I'm probably not drinking enough. Fair, water is part of it, but water alone doesn't explain why the same glass helps on Tuesday and does nothing on Thursday. The third, I've let myself get out of shape. Also fair and also incomplete. Because 2 weeks into a hot spell, the same person on the same walk in the same heat usually finds it easier. Fitness doesn't change that fast, something else does. And the fourth, everybody feels this. True, but how much you feel it comes down to a handful of specific things, and most of them you can actually see. Start with the one that explains the most, and it isn't heat. It's water in the air. Your body has one main way to shed heat, and that's sweat. But sweat sitting on your skin does nothing at all. Sweat cools you only in the moment it evaporates. Every gram that lifts off your skin carries about 580 calories of heat away with it. That is the entire mechanism. Now, if the air is already loaded with moisture, it has no room to accept anymore. The sweat stays. The heat stays with it. You are sweating and not cooling, which is the worst of both. Here's what that's worth in real numbers. 90 degrees at 30% humidity feels like 90 degrees. The same 90 degrees at 80% humidity feels like 113. That is the heat index, and it's why the thermometer told you the truth about the air and nothing about your afternoon. The second one is about who pays for the cooling. To dump heat, your body pushes blood toward the skin, where it can finally let some warmth go. That blood has to come from somewhere. Your heart works harder, and there's less held in reserve for everything else, which is precisely what standing up too fast or thinking a half step slower feels like from the inside. And after 50, that reflex runs a little quieter. The rise in skin blood flow is smaller. The sweat response starts later. The system still works. It just has less headroom than it used to. Some very ordinary medicines lean on that same machinery. Water pills increase fluid loss. Beta blockers can blunt how much blood your body sends to the skin and can reduce sweating. A number of antihistamines and over-the-counter sleep aids interfere with sweating directly. None of that means the medicine is wrong for you. It means a hot week is worth one conversation with the person who prescribed it. And the third one you brought in with you. A warm room keeps your core temperature from falling, and that fall is the thing sleep has been waiting on. So falling asleep takes longer and the deep part of the night gets thinner. Losing as little as 1 to 2% of your body's water is enough to raise fatigue and make concentration harder. And your body does adapt to heat, with more blood volume and earlier sweating. But it takes somewhere between 4 and 14 days, which means the first hot week of the season is the hardest week you will have, and it is temporary. So which of the three is yours? The clue isn't just that the heat gets to you, it's when it gets to you. On a sticky, close day, within an hour of going out, that points at evaporation. When you stand up or straighten up from the garden, that points at circulation. Late in the afternoon after a short night, that's the debt. And in the first hot week of the year, or right after a prescription changed, that's the last two. You can watch all three of them happen in a single evening at home. It's 8 o'clock, the sun is down, the street outside has cooled, and your living room has not. A house takes in heat all day and lets it out slowly, so the inside runs hours behind the outside. You open a window for air that isn't any cooler than the air you already have. That is the night your sleep goes shallow. And the next day you start lower, so the same heat costs more, and the second night is harder than the first. There's a number worth carrying here. Most heat deaths happen indoors, not out in the sun. In one Arizona county, among the people who died of heat inside their own homes, 91% had an air conditioner. It was switched off or set too high or broken. The machine wasn't the problem. So here's what's actually in your hands, starting with the free ones. Stop reading the temperature and start reading the feels like line. It's in every weather app. It has already done the humidity math for you, and it is the number your body is going to experience. Plan the day off that one. Move the clock, not the plan. The hard part of the day, the errand, the yard, the walk, goes before 10 in the morning or after 6 in the evening. 11 to 4 is the expensive window. Shade by itself is worth 10 to 20 degrees. Drink before you're thirsty. Thirst is a late signal, and after 50 it arrives later still. A few sips every hour beats a tall glass when you finally notice. And if you live with a heart or kidney condition, how much you should drink is a real medical question. Ask it. Don't guess at it. Wet your skin. Don't just move air. A damp cloth on the back of the neck, a wet shirt, cool water run over your forearms. Putting water on the skin does the exact job the humidity is blocking. Find 2 cool hours a day. If home won't cool down, borrow somewhere that will. The library, the market, a friend's kitchen. 2 hours in real cool gives your body enough room to sleep that night. And the one people skip, bring your medication list into the conversation before the next hot stretch, not in the middle of it. Now the ones you can stop worrying about. Cutting out your coffee. This belief is stubborn, and the evidence doesn't support it. Below about 250 milligrams, which is roughly 2 cups, caffeine shows no meaningful difference from plain water and hydration measures. Regular drinkers build tolerance to the mild effect anyway, and the coffee itself is mostly water. Alcohol is the opposite story. That one genuinely works against you, and it slows down how fast you come back. And the fan. A fan is not a small air conditioner. Once the room is hotter than about 90 degrees, moving air across you is moving hot air across you, and it stops earning its place. Pair it with wet skin, and it becomes useful again. Dry in a hot room, it is mostly noise. There's a line worth knowing, and it's clearer than most. Heavy sweating, cramps, weakness, dizziness, headache, nausea. That's heat exhaustion. Get out of the heat, get cool, take fluids, and if it isn't easing, get help. Two signs change the category entirely. If the sweating stops, hot and dry skin on someone who ought to be sweating. Or if thinking changes, confusion, slurred words, someone simply not making sense. That is heat stroke, and it is a 911 call, not a wait and see. Call and start cooling while you wait for them. And if none of that sounds like you're weak, here's what's left. What you've been feeling isn't a sign that something broke. It's a readout. The heaviness, the slow word, the bit of swimming when you stand, that's your body telling you where its cooling went today. The humidity took some, a short night took some, and the first hot week of the year takes the most and then hands it back. So tonight, one thing. Look up tomorrow's feels like number, not the temperature, the feels like, and put your one outdoor errand on the cool side of it. That's the whole homework. A summer that feels heavier than it should usually isn't a warning. It's information. And this one comes with something you can do about it before you go to bed.